You do not know what the cost of living is in Kenya at the moment.
No, we know what it is, but it is not static. The cost of living keeps on changing. Like, for example, if the price of oil goes up, it will go up tomorrow. The cost of transport will go up. Matatu used to cost 30 shillings from Dandora into town. Today it is 50 shillings. A packet of milk was 25 shillings. Now it is 45. Unga was, for example, 70, it is now 120. So we will need dialogue so that we can agree on what really is a living wage for the worker in the country.
Mr. Dida, do you have any thoughts on the minimum wage? What do you think it should be? Minimum or living wage, if you will.
Well, due to economic inequality is why 90% of Kenyans are marginalized economically. And I'm hearing a dialogue, and the nurses are still on the road. What they need is always on posters in the road. This is my house rent, this is this, this is this. They sing this, and it had happened. What we need is to clearly explain to everybody that nobody is super Kenyan. Nobody is super, whether the president or the security. It is unfair for a Kenyan to earn a gross salary, of 8,000, while a leader is earning, leave the salary, an entertainment allowance of $500,000. It is unfair. And it is shocking because the commission that was appointed to look into this is also, maybe circumference and nearness to the palace is one thing that is affecting most of us. My government will not accept the figures that were given, and what I propose is a formula. Which formula do we use as Kenyans to pay these wages? It is the formula that matters. If we will base ourselves on payment following education, is a formula, and everybody is contented. But we don't understand, I don't understand, and any human being does not understand why somebody should be paid 2 million and another one 5,000. So what I will encourage and what my government will advocate is equity for everybody. Nobody is super and nobody is a nugu. We are all the same. We have the same stomach, we have the same children and everything. The leaders' need is what the citizens need.
And we need to implement the issues to do with salaries and remuneration commission so that we can have basic standards within government officers, and this would be across the board. I am happy that they have seen it wise to reduce, and they should be encouraged to reduce further so that we can save the government from such a huge wage bill that needs to go to basic services. When we talk about cost of living is one up because basic services are not there. So if you get your 8,000 shillings, you still have to cater for yourself from a medical point. The transport system is not there. You have to secure yourself. And sometimes then you find that you have been left with nothing to take home. Now, in assessing what the minimum wage bill should be, it is important to review what the rate of inflation is. It is also important to cushion Kenyans against factors that are external. We need to think of how we can cushion Kenyans against, for example, when oil goes up, our food prices go up. We need to cushion Kenyans when the dollar goes up, appreciates against the shilling. Then because we are a net importer, we are left with no choice but to increase. And I sympathize with the ordinary worker because they are really suffering. But we also need to expand our economy to create opportunities, because at the moment also our workers have been reduced to compete for fewer opportunities in the market. And therefore, the issue of the minimum wage bill becomes more or less compulsory, but if they had opportunities, they would be in a position to venture into other areas of employment within opportunities that have been created within the labor market.